Good evening, everybody. How are we this evening? I'm so sorry, I completely lost track of time. I was doing something which is no one else's business but my own. But anyway, how are we? Hey, Mac, if you're still in here, I'm not sure if you are. But tonight's live is going to be somewhat different. We're going to be talking about my theories on what happened to Elvis Presley on August 16th, 1970. Oh, shit. Sorry about that. Having a few issues with my tablet. As I was saying, tonight's going to be a different kind of topic. We're going to be discussing what my theories are, your theories are, and all the rest of that sort of stuff involving conspiracy theories. And if anyone wants to join me on panel, they are welcome to. If not, then you just got to hear what I have to say. I hope everybody is good. I hope everyone's having a great day. I've had a pounding headache all day. I'm so sorry for that. Excuse me for a sec. But like I said, tonight is all about, excuse me, yeah. So tonight's all about like little things I've noticed over the years since being an Elvis Presley fan. So if you have any theories and you wanted, like I said, you want to join me on panel, please feel free to. I welcome everybody. Um, yeah. So I was talking to my mum. Oh shit! Excuse me. I was talking to my mother. Yes, I have a mother. She's amazing. I was talking to her today about a few things, and she brought up something that was very, very, very interesting. So I give my mum 100% credit for this with what I'm about to say. Excuse me, just a second. Might be able to hear me. Okay. Hello to the three people that are in. Nope, two. Hello to the two people that are here and not saying anything. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to my live. I'm running a bit, running a little bit late. Anyway, as I was saying, she brought up a few things that were very like my mum and I. We talk about basically nearly anything and everything these days. It's actually quite incredible with what I talk with my mother about. Give me a sec. If, like I said, there is anybody who would like to join me on panel, please let me know and I shall drop the link. If there's not, then like I said before, then you just got to hear my crap all night. Yeah. Give me a sec. Um, yeah. I don't. Oh, fucking hell. Sorry, guys. It's just so fucking hot. Okay. She was talking to me a little bit about how when Elvis, quote unquote, well, she didn't say this part. When Elvis died on August 16th, 1977, she brought up the fact that. Hang on. Sorry, guys. My eyes are pretty fucking bad today. I'm just trying to read what's going on. It's all right, Matt. It's all good, though. But like I said, she mentioned about how in 1977, the only people out of the Elvis clan that had passed away at that point was Jesse Garon, which for any people who don't know who that is, that was Elvis's twin brother. He died at birth, and then there's Gladys Presley, which was Elvis Presley's mother. They were the only two that at that point in time had passed away. Now, Gladys had already been buried at Graceland, which is, hang on, It's all right, Mac. It's all right, darling. You don't have to come up. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, as far as people that were buried in Meditation Garden, Gladys Presley was the only one there. Now, Elvis requested to be buried next to his mother. And we all know, well, people who know about Elvis, all know that Gladys, as in Elvis's mother, and Elvis were extremely close. You know, they were like two peas in a pod, basically, joined at the hip. And in saying that, when when Elvis passed away, he requested he wanted to be buried next to his mum. Now, the thing that I find very bizarre about that, though, is that when Elvis passed away, he was buried away from his mum. He was not buried next to her. He was buried away. So then, when his father, Vernon, had passed away, he went on one side of Elvis. And then, when his grandmother, Minnie Mae Dodger, passed away, she was buried on the other side of Elvis. And my mum pointed out, how is it that Elvis died before Vernon and before Minnie Mae, and yet Elvis was not buried next to his mother upon request? And I found that a very, 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 very interesting insight that she had with that. Elvis, okay, there are a lot of conspiracies surrounding how Elvis died. There are people that say he overdosed. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of triggers. I should put that in the title too, but I forgot, and I'll do that after. Um, People are saying there was, like I said, there was an overdose involved. There was a, what do you call it? What else was there? There was a heart attack. And then there's the most famous one of all, that Elvis didn't die on August 16th, 1977. Now, whether we believe the conspiracies or not, who knows? Now, the thing is, though, is that if you look at, which unfortunately I can't bring up, but if you look at the, what do you call it? The grave site, or the gravestone, at Elvis's final resting place. Excuse me, Elvis Aaron is well, Elvis is spelled fine. Aaron is not. Aaron is spelt with two A's. Now, a lot of people over the years have speculated that the extra A on Aaron is to stand for alive, because, you don't look down and think this is where Elvis Aaron is. You're thinking this is where Elvis Aaron is. You know what I mean? Like, because there's two ways from what I've heard over the years, there's two ways of spelling Aaron. There's the way that Elvis spelt it throughout his life and throughout his contract signing, throughout his marriage license and certificate and all the rest, even his divorce papers. It's weird because it's spelled Aaron on all those paperworks, including his birth certificate. It's Aaron. But yet on Elvis's grave, it's Aaron. And a lot of people are confused as to, considering that Vernon's the one that originally changed it to a single A, why in all those years before he died, why was it never changed? And so that's how I believe the conspiracy theories started, that the Elvis AARON stood for, the extra A stood for alive. They also say that even though Elvis hadn't fought in the war for many, 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 many years, people are confused why an American flag was not put on and draped over his coffin. Is that because, it would have been in very, very poor taste to put an American flag over the coffin of someone who wasn't really there and wasn't really them? So I don't know in regards to that. Um, So who's actually okay? Mac, you're in here. Who else is in here that would like to? Ugh, I can't even speak tonight. I'm sorry, guys. Um, yeah. So if you want to join me on panel, please. If you want, and you want it to be a surprise for every one of my guests, please feel free to just put me and then remove your comment. And look, you know what? I'll just drop the link in chat so that way, if anyone does want to come up, I don't want it to feel as though that you've got to fucking. Sorry, guys. I'm in a lot of pain with my eyes today. So if you happen to write something in chat, I promise you I will do my best to read it. Um, like I said, if you want to come up, even if you don't know much about Elvis and you know little bits and pieces about him, please, oopsies, please feel free to know that there's a place on my panel for you tonight. It's not like you have to know everything. And I was doing a little bit of, thanks to my brother's advice, I was doing some research the other night, well, the other day when I decided to do this. Um, when Elvis Presley televised his, what do you call it, his around the world via satellite concert, which for those who don't know, that was Aloha from Hawaii in 1973. Now, the first date that aired, well, went viral, well, basically when it was first recorded and went around to all the rooms, all the living rooms and all the rest of that around the world. That was the 12th of January, 1973. All right. 30 years later, Priscilla, I think it's like 37. Just give me 1 second. My math is really shit. So just give me 1 sec while I work this little tidbit out for myself because, like I said, I suck at math. Oh, God, I can't even add today. Oh, man, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Okay, glad I added that part up. Okay, in 1973, as I was saying, Elvis Presley televised his by satellite via satellite. Elvis Presley did the Aloha. Excuse me, was Aloha from Hawaii. 50 years later to the day, his daughter passed away. Coincidence? I don't think so. Two major milestones in Elvis's career and personal life. One was the birth of his daughter, obviously. Well, three when you think about it. The birth of his daughter, supposedly the day he married Priscilla Presley, and we'll get to her soon. Don't worry, she's not getting away with anything. And then so in '73 he did the Aloha from Hawaii. Then 50 years later, his daughter passed away. And it's amazing how quickly they were able to do, even though it was 10 days after she passed away, that Lisa Marie was put to rest and her final resting place at the foot of where Meditation Garden is. So our Meditation Garden we now have, which I still find very bizarre, how Jesse Garin, which was, as we know, like I said before, was Elvis's twin. I find it very bizarre how he was put in an unmarked grave, but yet all the years after he had passed away, Elvis was able to retrieve Jesse. This is what I've heard, and place him in Meditation Garden. I don't get that. Meditation Garden is in the back part of the Elvis Presley's home at Graceland, where Elvis is buried. His grandmother, Minnie Mae, his mum and his dad, his Elvis's grandson, Benjamin, who unfortunately unalived himself beforehand, many years later, but before Lisa Marie Presley passed away only a year ago yesterday here in Australia, which would have been the 13th of January 2023 that she passed away. I was talking to a dear friend of mine, a Foxy lady, earlier today, and she was saying, "No way, has it already been a year?" And I'm like, "Yes." So that is really quite sad. It's what's really quite sad. And this is where, if you are a fan of Priscilla Presley, you're going to have to try and forgive me for this because I'm far, and I mean far from a fan of her. Hey TJ, how you doing, sweetheart? Oh, see, I didn't know that. Hey Kitty Witty. I always thought that with being unmarked, it means that nobody knows where they are. They just put somewhere where no one gives a shit. Excuse my way of putting it. But that's where I thought, that's where I was confused. But thank you, TJ, for correcting me. I appreciate that. It means a lot. And welcome to my chat. Welcome to my chat, Mac, TJ, and Kitty Witty. Thank you for being here. But like I said, I just find it very strange how certain things they were able to do. And here's something that has really made me angry. And again, if you're a Priscilla Presley fan, you're not going to like this next part, I have to say. So I apologize if you're offended, but I'm not apologizing for what I'm about to say. Mm-mm. And that is when you divorce someone. This is my theory. If you agree, great. If you disagree, fine. But she divorced Elvis. Her final dot on her I and T crossed and everything like that was conducted in 1973. Right? She since then, at the time of hers and Elvis's divorce, Elvis gave her a large sum of $750,000. All right. And since that date, she's never shut the fuck up about what she really thinks of Elvis. She made a movie in the 80s. Sorry, I'm trying to reach her. Sorry, I can't help it. Sorry, I'll try not to shout. Um, yeah, so what was I saying? Fuck. I'm sorry, guys. My mind is complete fog today. Anyway, as I was saying, Elvis gave her $750,000, which, when you look at how much divorces are worth these days, that's like, uh, there are divorces out there that are worth 30, 40, 50, even up to $100 million. Anyway, Priscilla has been granted by Riley, which is her granddaughter, Lisa Marie's eldest daughter. Riley has given permission for Priscilla to be buried at Graceland. Now, I personally think that that should not be happening. She claims that Elvis was the love of my life. If Elvis was the love of your life, you have, yes, I understand, as people say, the drug use and the cheating and all that kind of crap got too much for Priscilla. I can understand that, but at the same time, when Elvis passed away, he made Priscilla promise him that she would not use the Presley name to gain fame. That's all she's ever fucking done. Um, yes, it was definitely a lot of money for back then. I'm just saying that it's amazing how, when you look at, that's what I'm saying, Kitty Witty, is that when you look at today's standards of how much people get, it was a lot of money back in the 70s. I'm not denying that. I'm not saying it's not, but I'm just saying it's just amazing how you look at how much people get back then in comparison to how much they get now. That's all I meant. Anyway, if people don't like this topic, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, if people are going to get aggro at me for having my own opinion on this, please just keep in mind that I'm trying to do this the best way I can. So I do apologise if you take anything I say to heart as that I'm being a bitch or whatever, but I can't stand Priscilla Presley. Priscilla Beaulieu, all right? She made the movie back in the day called Elvis and Me, and now she's made another one, which is basically a remastered version of Elvis and Me. And when Lisa Marie passed away, I said it's only a matter of time before Priscilla releases a book or another documentary or her own movie, because as we all know, that shortly after, or shortly before, I should say, sorry, Lisa Marie passed away, they brought out the movie Elvis. And like I said, I just think it's in very, very poor taste that she wants to be buried, Roseland, and the fact that Riley's approved it. In again, my personal opinion, I think it's wrong. Everybody's entitled to their opinion on that. Like I said to my mum the other day that if her and my father had divorced before my dad passed away, and then my mum, my dad was, buried, and then my mum comes to me because I would have been in charge of the executor of her estate or some shit, and she said to me that I want to be buried next to your father. My answer to that would have been no, no matter what, because they were divorced. Give me one moment. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to keep an eye on chat. Oh shit! Very, very difficult. Colonel Tom Parker was. Oh yes, definitely. Colonel. Colonel Tom Parker forced Elvis to perform when he wasn't even feeling well. There was a time when Elvis had a cold or a sniffle and could hardly talk, could hardly breathe. Excuse me. And instead of just saying, "Oh, okay, well, we'll postpone this, we'll postpone tonight's show until Elvis is better," he went into Elvis's hotel room and into where Elvis was sleeping and actually dunked Elvis's head, from what I've gathered and been seen on documentaries where Larry Geller had admitted this. He goes to Larry and a few other people that were there, part of Elvis's entourage, and he said the only thing that matters is if that man is on stage tonight. Nothing else matters. And if that is actually accurate, that is fucking disgusting. And then Elvis got his head dunked in a bucket of ice water. And then he had no choice because Colonel Tom Parker, mind you, who wasn't even a colonel, but still he had a gambling that he needed to settle. So Elvis had no choice but to perform to help Colonel Parker, who had a gambling issue. Excuse me. So yeah, Colonel Tom Parker pushed Elvis to marry Priscilla. Colonel Tom Parker pushed Elvis to do a lot of things that he didn't necessarily want to do, and that's really sad. He was, yes. Speaking of greedy twats, TJ, I find it very, very sad how Colonel Parker took 50% of everything Elvis ever made. And I think that after Elvis died and all the rest of that, that he still wanted to make money on Elvis, if that makes sense. Now, Elvis, like I said, Elvis apparently died in August of 77. There have been numerous sightings of him, such as in the movie Home Alone, when the mum's trying to get home at the airport, and there's a man standing behind her before John Candy approaches her, and the person apparently looks a lot like Elvis. Now you got to remember, when Elvis passed away, he was 42, and he was overweight. Um, I unfortunately can't remember when the first excuse me, when the first Home Alone was made. So, if anyone out there wants to do that bit of research for me, it would be great. But yeah, like I said, Elvis passed away supposedly on August 16th, 1977, but yet he was heavily overweight. And like I said before, there were rumors going around that he had a heart attack, he OD'd. He didn't actually die that day. All these things that people have come out with over the years. And then they say when they see sightings of him, there are people out there who turn around and say, "Oh, but if Elvis is Pastor Bob Joyce, I think not Bob Joyce. What's his name? Whatever his name is, the priest guy, the pastor guy. I think it's Bob Joyce. They're saying that that's Elvis because he comes out and says at one stage that he had a gold suit and it looked a lot like this one that one of his prayer people that came into the church was wearing. He goes, "Oh, but that was a very long time ago." And there's footage of Elvis singing American Trilogy with apparently an Elvis impersonator, but at the same time, it comes down to that it sounds a lot like Elvis. Whether any of that is true, nobody knows because of the fact that when Elvis died in 77, thank you, TJ, you're a sweetheart. Okay, Elvis died in 77. The first movie of Home Alone was made in 1990. So you've got to look at how many years difference that was. It could have, but Elvis was very vain. He did not like to be seen with any kind of grey hair at all. Every time before he would go on tour, he would get his teeth whitened, he would get his hair dyed, and apparently Elvis was a natural blonde. Just because he was a blonde as a kid, that doesn't mean that as he grew older, his hair got darker. My cousin, he had blonde hair as a kid, and as he got older, as I don't have a clue what his hair looks like these days, but as he got older, his hair got darker and darker. So he can naturally be blonde as a kid and be born that way, but then as time goes on, your hair can in fact get darker. And I think that Elvis liked the dark hair because of the fact of his big. See, that's what I mean. His eyes, pending. Okay, now, but lots of people think Elvis faked his death because in some photos, Elvis appears to have blue eyes. And then on some other occasions, they're saying that he has brown eyes. And it's just like, okay. But the thing is, though, at the end of the day, who gives a shit what color eyes he had? Elvis was a handsome man, whether he died in 77 or he died many, 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 many years later. Who actually knows if Elvis is even buried in Graceland property? Nobody actually knows where Elvis is buried. If he didn't, if because they say, "Oh, but he's buried at Graceland." Is he though? So it comes down to, like I said, what people wish to believe. Like, I'm an Elvis fan. Elvis passed away before 5 years before I was born. Oh, jeez, what have I done now? Sorry about that. Something's going on with my bloody tablet again, as usual. Oh. But like I said, it comes down to the fact that if you want to believe Elvis is alive because that's what you want to believe, then be my guest. But I personally, as time goes on, like there's apparently, this is what I've heard in documentaries, right? They say that when at the time of Elvis's death, a lot of his jewelry was missing. No photos in his not obituary, in his will or obituary or whatever you want to call it, with that lists everything that was at Graceland at the time of Elvis's passing, or what Elvis possessed at that time. Apparently, according to, like again, documentaries that I've seen, there was a plane missing. There were jewelries missed. There was jewelry missing. No, none of his Bibles were found to be listed. No photos of his mother or his daughter were listed. And it's just really, for me personally, it's like you would think those things would be listed, but they weren't. And how do you explain a life insurance policy yet to be claimed? Whether that, I can't remember if that's been proven that was bullshit or that wasn't, I don't know. There's also footage of when, I think it was in the 80s, shortly after Meditation Garden at Graceland opened, because Graceland itself opened in 1982. for the public. But then before that, they actually had the meditation garden open so people could go past and pay tribute to Elvis Presley. This is where his final resting place is. Enjoy and pay tribute, basically. And apparently there was footage found of in one of the photos. I can't remember the guy's name. I'm so sorry. That took a photo of his son standing near the pool, and there was no one in the pool house. There was no one sitting in this infamous chair. And then when he took a few more pictures later on, there was a man sitting in that chair that matched the description of Elvis Presley. Since then, it's been proven, well, not proven, but it's been informed that that wasn't Elvis. That was Elvis. Sorry. Um, exactly. He wouldn't have been that much older than he was when he passed away. He would have been 55, 56 in 1990. So if Elvis is still alive, that would very well could have been him in the movie Home Alone. So I don't know. I can't answer that, unfortunately. But it's just apparently there's a footage where he's standing there and his head is kind of like twitching a bit. And apparently Elvis was known to do that when he would sing certain songs when he would be live, so he wouldn't actually show he was getting emotional. Um, Apparently Elvis dedicated the 1973 concert that he did via Hawaii via satellite. Apparently he dedicated that concert to Priscilla. Priscilla being Priscilla, she didn't give a shit. She's still divorced him. Now, also, I'm sorry, I really don't like that woman. Like, all she does is criticize. Like, okay, Elvis is a bad person considering how he did what he did with Priscilla when Priscilla was still a very young child. All right, so I'm not a fan of him in that sense. I'm a fan of his music, and I think he's a handsome guy, but that's as far as it goes. Whatever goes on in his personal life is weird, and it's none of my business. As a fan of his music, I'm sorry, but I don't think it's anyone's business what went on. There's also documentaries that talk about how Elvis's entourage would take in turns to stay awake with him to give him his pills when he needed them and all that sort of shit. Now, in saying that, what is very strange is that the amount of people who have come out and said things about Elvis over the years. Whether, there are some people that write books about him, such as Lisa Marie, Ginger Alden, Lisa Marie, I'm going fucking good, Priscilla, Linda Thompson, and Ginger Alden, who was apparently Elvis's last girlfriend, who claims that they were engaged. I don't think so. I don't think Elvis would not have want to put himself through that torturous shit of marriage ever again. But if he did, good on him. I wish he did get married to her, and I wish they lived happily ever after. Colonel Tom Parker died in 1997. Yes, hence all the missing items. Yeah, well, that's true. Colonel Tom Parker could have had a lot to do with the missing items. I didn't even think of that. They said that Ginger Alden, Elvis's last living girlfriend, was responsible for a lot of things going missing. Excuse me, after a drink. Got to keep so I don't get a dry throat and then end up with an irritated throat. TJ, would you like to come up and join me by any chance? You don't have to. I'm just offering. Because you seem to know a lot as well as I do. If not, it's all good. But give me a sec. Oh, sorry. Sorry, just good. Sorry. But like I said, it comes down to things like what do we want to believe when it comes to Elvis? And like I said, anybody's welcome to join me on panel. anyone's welcome to have a difference of opinion. All I say is that if you're going to have a difference of opinion that's different from mine, please remember to show respect when you do so, because it's only me doing this. I want people to show respect. But apparently, Elvis didn't know what he had in his name. Elvis was a very influential person, I believe. I believe that he thought that he was unstoppable and nothing could stop him until whatever killed him on that August morning or afternoon, depending on when he died. It was. See, everybody has different speculations. First, some people say he died in the early hours of the morning. Now, if Elvis was planning on unaliving himself, I personally don't think he would have done it with Lisa Marie in the house. Lisa Marie was there that weekend. Elvis was getting ready to go to do another lengthy tour, and Elvis was really wasn't wanting to do it. Okay, but Colonel Parker again put his foot down and said, "Yeah, no choice." Elvis wanted to be come across as a serious actor. Colonel Parker thought that if he was ever cast in a serious role, Elvis's musical career would go down, and then it would go down the drain as well. Got 500,000 per movie because there was Colonel Parker with his fucking scummy little paw out, ready to take his money and get his share. I admire the people who actually have enough respect for Elvis to talk about the good things about Elvis. Like there's a lady I speak to. Her name is Mindy Miller. I nearly forgot her name. And I talk to her not as often as I would like, but she was one of Elvis Presley's girlfriends. And she goes around talking about Elvis and all the rest of that sort of stuff. But here's the thing, though. As far as I'm aware, she's never written a book. She's never written so much as a newspaper article. And yes, while she's going around talking about Elvis, as far as what ones that she records and puts on her YouTube channel, she's not disrespectful. Linda Thompson wrote in her book where she's talking about Elvis and formerly known as Bruce Jenner, who she was married to. Now, here's something that's really fucking weird, right? Okay. Elvis dated, I can't remember, I think it was about 2 years, so bear with me if I'm wrong there. Elvis Presley dated Linda Thompson. Linda Thompson went on to marry Bruce Jenner. Robert, as in the father of the Kardashians, dated Priscilla Presley. Kris Jenner, on the other hand, went on to marry both of them. And it's just weird how all of them come together like a nice little neat package. And, and like I said, I don't know if I'm pretty sure that Robert Kardashian married, dated Priscilla after he divorced Kris, but still, I just find it odd. Oh, you're backstage, are you? Okay. Give me a second. Hello, Miss Mac.
Hey, Tammy.
How you doing, doll?
Not too bad. I don't know too much about Elvis, but
I'm just happy for you.
just quick come up and say I hope you had a good Christmas and New Year.
My Christmas, thank you. My Christmas sucked. My older brother was a prick. He called me fat slob. And then he went on to say harsh things to my mum and even harsher things to my brother.
Wow.
So yeah, my you
What?
see the thing is that's really bad though is that when my family drinks, as in like my immediate family, like brothers, sisters, mother, father, when we all drink, we're all assholes. But there's a time and a place to be an asshole. Christmas Day isn't one of them.
Oh, true.
And, yeah, and New Year's Eve, I went into the city with my brother, and we saw the fireworks, and they were absolutely amazing. And he's posted them on his wall, so if anyone's friends with him, you can check them out. You might hear my bit of commentary in the background saying I can't tell what colour's what because with my eye issues, I can't really determine colour, which is
Yeah.
fucked. But apart from that, that went fine. And then a few days later, I went food shopping, and I was as sick as a dog. And only today, I'm not actually sneezing like I'm trying to commit like a world record here. So
That's
I'm glad
good.
I'm feeling yes. But apart from that, how was your Christmas and how was your New Year's Eve?
Well, Christmas was garbage. New Year's was, well, I think I was a bit drunk. Um, that's pretty much it. It's been hot.
Oh, tell me
There's
about it. I had to turn off my
really
fan because I couldn't even hear myself.
hot and humid, and I've been deep diving uh, a case with Aussie. I won't go off topic, but
No,
that's
no, no,
been
it's
keeping
fine.
me
We can
busy.
go off topic if you like. It's fine.
Uh, that Savannah case, I don't know if you've heard about it. Um,
No, would you actually like to give me a rundown of what that case is about? Because I know a lot of people are discussing it. So,
oh man, okay. So about, I think I'll try and summarize it best I can. But on the 20, um, so this girl, 19-year-old, was supposed to go in and be induced on the 23rd to have her baby, right? Well,
yep.
she doesn't turn up. So on the 26th, a missing report is issued and an Amber Alert. Then it turns out the boyfriend is also missing. So fast forward
Yeah.
a few days, and they find them in the car, that the boyfriend's car, unalived, and they were shot execution style underneath the right ear. Um,
Mm.
she was in the front seat, he was in the back seat. Um, so yeah, obviously her, Savannah, Matthew, her boyfriend, and the baby were unalived. Like the baby was like full term baby. Like
Oh my god.
that's why she was being induced. So she was like a week overdue. Um,
Oh, okay. So she wasn't induced for like medical reasons or anything like
no,
that. Okay.
yeah, it's because she was overdue. Um, but
Alright.
yeah, so um, a few days later, um, oh wait, no, I think it was a day later. Um, police release a security cam footage of a four-wheel drive and the defendant's, the victim's car, and this big bulky guy comes out, um, wipes the victim's car like as if there'd been blood in it, and then drives off. And so uh,
Oh, so they don't suspect it was the boyfriend who basically did a murder suicide. Sorry,
no,
but I can't.
that became apparent when they found the car, crime scene, but it wasn't the boyfriend. Everyone was saying that at the start, but it turns out it wasn't. So anyway, a few days pass, and then an arrest is announced. 19-year-old Chris and his father Damon were arrested. Chris is the one that unalived them, so his charge is a capital murder as well as abuse of a corpse. The father is abuse of a corpse
Yep.
as well. Something else. Now, Anyway, so there's that. But the big issue, and it's funny because Ozzy had pointed this out. I think on the live we did the week before this
Did
information
they?
came out,
Sorry.
that someone it looked like someone was throwing a towel to the big stocky guy we learn is Damon. And so I think it was 2 days ago, uh, another arrest was made. Chris's mother was arrested for, like, the police got a warrant for the house. And she says, oh, she doesn't remember what she was doing that night, when the people were unalived, or security footage or whatever. And then the police asked, oh, why is this room locked? And she's like, oh, I always keep it locked, Well, can you unlock it? And so she unlocked it. And they found the gun, and it's her gun, like it's registered to her. And basically, it turns out
Oh shit.
that gun was a match for the bullet casings found in the car where the victims were shot. And that's pretty much where we are up to in that case at the moment. But it's it's a capital murder case in Texas. But Ozzy and I have been following it since it was started off as a missing persons case, and just we went to bed, and the next morning it's like the case is blown up in the media and everything. We thought it was going to be a small case, but apparently not. And so I've been deep.
I think from memory,
Yeah, go on.
where was the car found?
Outside the back of this apartment complex, I
Where was the
believe,
car found? Sorry, where was the car found with all?
with the
Uh,
corpses.
yeah, with the deceased. Yeah,
Yeah,
I just think
behind
what
the
I find very confusing. Yeah, what I find very confusing though, and very strange, is that even though that happened in Texas and not sorry, Colorado, is the fact that the two things each of those cases have in common, they all had a locked room.
Yep.
Two, they all involve a Chris in some way. And before you all go, how does the John Bonet case involve a Chris? Because it was Christmas. Ah, sorry, I just
Ah,
thought of that. And then you look at the cases like, and then you have the Chris Watts case, which I don't want to talk.
but it's funny they all have Chris, isn't it?
I'm not talking about that, but I'm just saying. And then you look at this case and it involves a Chris. I think personally, if they had to say what's the most popular name for a murderer,
Chris.
is it exactly? That's what I'm saying. That's just like
Oh, another thing, Chris. The
spooky.
Chris in the
Sorry
Savannah
if I'm
has in. Oh,
talking
sorry.
really
Yeah,
loud.
there's a
I
bit of.
don't actually know where the microphone is on my tablet because my tablet rotates a lot. So yeah, as in like where the screen is. So
So yeah,
if I'm very loud, I apologise.
it seems to sort of be not roboting.
I hate that name. One of my narcissist friends is former friends.
TJ just said you're roboting. Go out and come back in.
What?
Yeah. Hi, Paisley. I'll hold the fort if you want to go out and come back
There's a
in.
bit of a what? I'm trying to
No,
make sure
no.
everything.
TJ's saying you're roboting.
Am I roboting? Am I? I
and you
don't
can't.
mean to.
Yeah, you are. So she said
Hang on.
leave and come back in. That's what. Okay,
I've
I'll hold the fort. Yeah.
Excuse me. Mm, okay. Please. Okay, but we'll just add this person. Hey, Ed. Yep, and well, my brother says so. Yeah, my brother will be as well. Back in a sec.
Yes, hurry up, go away. Bye now, Tammy.
Trying to
Bye.
get out of here.
Uh,
No, not leaving?
who's leaving? What?
Oh, I thought Tammy was leaving.
Oh, well, she was roboting, and
Yeah, I know.
TJ suggests. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, there's two Tammys.
Can you hear me?
Yes, that's much
Yes.
better.
Okay, I can't hear anyone.
Hello.
Can you all hear me?
Yes,
I can
Mara,
hear
can
you
you hear
now.
us?
Yep. All right. Cool. What did I miss? Who's? Hang on. Who else is on the panel? Sorry. Give me a sec. Okay. So there's Andy. Hey, Woo.
Hey.
How you doing, my little darling brother?
Oh, yeah, I'm alright.
Apparently, you're a white dot, Andy.
Am I?
Cause you,
That's nice.
yeah, because you don't have a picture there. Don't be rude. Okay. So, what are your theories on what I have been talking about, or you want to bring up a different theory about certain things? It's all up to you.
Well,
I'm
I've
not.
just gotten home from dinner, so I don't know what you've been talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, I was talking about with that person
Elvis.
that I don't like.
Yes, we went to the
Oh,
parade.
Oh, how fun.
Yes, we had Vietnamese food. It was
So
actually
is that
very
the place you
nice.
sent me when I said we need to go there?
No,
Oh, what was that place you showed me?
well,
that's a pasta place. That's up at Modbury Triangle.
hey, I'll step down, Tammy. I really just wanted to say I
Oh
hope you have
no,
a
thank
new
you for
year.
talking about the Savannah case. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
No worries. Okay, I'll catch you later.
All right, take care
I'll
of
go
yourself.
back to chat. Yeah.
Okay, no worries. See ya. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I was just talking a little bit about the Elvis conspiracy and saying about how 50 years after to the day, after he did the Hawaii concert, his daughter passed away, and how I think it's disgusting that Priscilla is being granted permission to be buried at Graceland, and how there's certain conspiracies surrounding his death. And hey, Aussie True Crime, how you doing, sweetheart?
Hey,
Yeah.
Aussie.
So I'm sorry I didn't introduce you to Mac. That's Mac. That was on panel with me just before.
Oh, good.
But yeah, so I'm just talking about how I find a lot of things that just don't add up, and how I believe the extra A on Elvis's name on his grave stands for alive. But
Oh,
again, I
yes.
could be way off base. Oh, it's so fucking hot. have to turn on my fan because I can't be without my fan. I'm sorry. I'll do that in a little bit. But no, so what do you want to talk about? We can talk about whatever you want.
I'm not sure.
Hmm. Tell me more
Yes.
about your, huh?
Huh?
Tell me more about
Here,
your little dinner outing.
here we went to the parade, and because he wanted Thai food, and the restaurants on the parade were too expensive for Thai food. So we went to this Miss Pho or Fa or however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
And yeah, and he's like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "Oh, just a $10 pho." So I had a $10 pho and a Coke.
For those who don't know, pho is a soup.
Mm.
Sorry, I've had to plug my fan back in because it's fucking hot.
So I had that, and I had a little bit of fried rice, and that was actually quite nice.
Hi, Paisley. Sorry I didn't say hello when you first came in. Sorry.
Hey,
I've got to turn my
Paisley.
fan down. Hang on a second. Okay, that's turned down a lot better. Oh, oh yes, Ozzy, please tell me. I love when people do that. Oh my God, Tammy, I have news for you. What is it, Ozzy?
Oh,
Oh,
it's exciting.
it's exciting. Please, Ozzy, come
Exciting.
up on panel and tell me, because then I can play it back over and remember it forever.
Oh. Hey
You
everyone.
don't
Hey
have to.
Van, long time no speak.
Oh my God, Van! Hello, my darling. How are you? Oh well, okay. Give me one sec while I quickly do this again because I don't. You see, I don't even know how many people have been like writing in chat. So, um, yeah. Please feel
Yeah,
free to
my
pop up.
Christmas was okay and New Year's was
Our older
okay.
brother was a prick, but that's normal for males. And you see, my brother, depending on the mood, he can be an emotional drunk, but he's never abusive like our older brother and father. You know,
Well, I don't
abusive
drink
is
anymore.
verbally. Just give me one sec. Can you take over for me for just one sec while I do something?
No, yes, I guess so.
Be respectful to people in chat, Andy. I'll be back in a sec.
Bye now. Oh yeah, here we go. You know how my daughter does cons with her art? Oh. So
You
how
hear me?
everyone's yeah,
Hmm.
where'd you go?
I switched.
You've gone quiet.
What?
You went quiet.
I said I switched to my tablet, so I have a chance in hell of hearing.
Uh. Uh Aussie True Crime said, you know how my daughter does cons with her art? Do you know what she means by that? Tammy.
I said I know. Are they? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, I know what she means by that. I think that her daughter, from bits and pieces that Aussie has shown me, her daughter is very, 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 very talented. If you could just keep an eye on chat, because I can't look at the screen much because my eyes are killing me today. So if you're able to keep an eye on with what she says, I appreciate that. I hope you had an amazing Christmas and New Year, Van, and I hope you're still in here and stuff. So cheers for being here. I appreciate it. Pardon?
So who's the one
So
from so who's from Melbourne? The one that you're meeting up from Melbourne?
Aussie.
Okay. Okay. TJ says stop putting your hand over the microphone.
Okay, I'm trying my hardest not to because it's a tablet. I don't even know where the bloody microphone is. I've
It's
told
normally at
Mum
the
I'm
bottom.
live. Yeah.
So don't put the tablet on your
There you go. Can
like
you
just
hear me okay now?
yes, just don't put it like if you're holding it upright, don't put it down like this. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very muffled when you do that. So just leave
All right.
yeah.
Well, I'll just leave it as it is now, and hopefully the volume and everything is perfect. So I need you to be able to keep an eye on chat for me if you can, though. But
Okay.
no.
Here we go. Her next one is June in Adelaide, and Spirit Time and I are coming over with her to do the jail there.
Oh, what date in June? This is fucking awesome.
Ooh,
What?
nothing.
Oh, God. Let me pick
How
up
you
my
been,
phone.
Miss Van? I haven't heard from you. Well, spoken to you in
Who are you talking
ages. Van, I said I haven't spoken to her in
to? No,
ages.
neither have I. I've actually been like, I'm not trying to. Hopefully, I'm not in trouble for this. I know the last time I spoke to her, she wasn't feeling very well. I just hope that she's on the mend and her family's on the mend if they was sick as well.
Okay.
Ben, it's
Aussie True
so.
Crime said the last weekend of June.
Oh, okay, so after my birthday.
Doesn't matter.
Okay,
Just
well
do it.
then. Oh, that would be awesome, Aussie. So if you can't get a chance to meet me in March, you can meet me in June when you're here in Adelaide. Because as Andy always says, things can change in a heartbeat, and that's fucking true.
Hello, Emu.
Oh my god, Amy's in my chat too.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, two of the people I haven't seen and spoken to in ages are both here. Welcome to my chat, Amy. And this is weird. But like I said, I just want people to know that going forward with my new outlook on my channel, it's going to be pretty much what I was doing when I was it was known as True Crime Discussions with Tammy. You know, I want people to know that if they want to come up and talk about anything, they want to call me out on anything I'm doing that's fucked up, feel free to let me know. But if you know that it's going to cause drama, do it to me. Talk to me about it in private. You know, and oh my god, that is so awesome, Aussie. That if you and Spirit Time, and like my brother and I were going to do the ghost tour thingy at the Melbourne jail as well. But like Andy said, it's best if I do it when my eyes are better. So yeah, that might be happening in, because I've got to make sure. I don't really want to bother people by saying, let me hold on to you because I can't see shit. Because that's not fair on them. They don't miss out on the experience. They want to miss out like experience by letting me hold on to it. So. Oh fucking hell! I'm just sorry. I'm just so fucking tired today. I've got no reason to be, but I am. Who else is by chat? So who's in?
There's Van, TJ, Aussie, Paisley, Emu, me, you.
Mac.
Hmm.
Oh well, welcome to everybody that's here. I hope you have had so far a good weekend. There's nothing really for me personally. Weekends are great. Well, they used to be for me, but not so much these days because when you don't work and you don't have so much of a life, each day just blends into the next. So you don't really get to know like every day's a weekend for me. But I'm trying my hardest to make sure, like I said, when I was sick for that week, I don't wish that on anybody. Like when I was out 2 weeks ago when I was out shopping with my brother, I felt as though that I was walking around in one of those hazard suits, that you don't really want anyone to breathe near you or anyone to even touch anything of you because if you do, you feel like your body's going to fucking disintegrate. I was sweating like a fucking pig. And I can't even remember much of when I went shopping and where we went, but I know that we went to a few different
Horses
places.
sweat, people perspire.
Yes, Nana.
That's right.
Hang on, what's this? Hang on. I love when Emu comes in here. Hi, Van. I can see you. Hang on, what's happening with Mac? I missed what's happening with Mac. It's Emu, Mac, not Emi. Well, for those who haven't been,
You're dropping in and out again, Tammy.
keep talking for a second. Oh, no, if you keep talking, it's all right. I'll work it out. Did I completely fuck up like what I wrote in my description? No, I wrote Elvis. Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me. I thought that I was what do you call it? I thought that I put Elvi, whatever.
Mm. Oof. Oh, there we go. Mm.
You tell me what?
Nothing.
You turn on the. Andy, I'm trying. No. That's lovely, love. Oh. I'm just at the point now where it just comes down to the fact that there are so many conspiracy theories out there about what's happened, what doesn't happen. Well, what do you think happened to Elvis?
He died.
Do you think that he is Bob Joyce?
No, oh, I don't know. I'm not really following Bob Joyce.
Well, neither am I, but I'm just saying. Well, you're the one that showed me the footage of him singing with that person that looks like him, and the
Mm.
impersonator singing American Trilogy.
Are you sure it was me, not Mum?
No, it was you, because then when we showed it to Mum, I was talking to you about it, how it's just weird how when you watch the footage of that, when it comes up to this crucial part where Elvis actually sings and you can actually tell that it's Elvis singing, there's a part of that, and then when they start singing these really, not necessarily high notes, but these particular notes in that song, it's amazing how the guy who's actually doing the Elvis impersonating, he takes over and it actually doesn't even sound like Elvis, but throughout the rest of the song, it sounds like him. If I could share that and not have my video taken down, I would, but I can't, which sucks. Are you on your phone or on your tablet? Andy? Hello? Andy, I can't hear you at all. Andy? Okay, please let me know in chat if you can hear me. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Okay, guys, I don't. Okay. All right, guys, let me know if you can hear me, please, because something's going on with my phone and I don't know what it is. Yeah, Andy left. I don't know why. It's okay. You think Elvis Presley is Donald Trump, do you hear me? Okay. You can hear me all right? But that's just the thing, though. We don't know who. If Elvis did, in fact, pass away. Sorry. If Elvis, in fact, faked his death of August 16th, 1977, we have no idea who he's now being, if that makes sense. Yes, Andy went poof, gone. That's okay. I am actually going to wrap this up soon, guys, because I can hardly keep my fucking head straight. I'm sorry, my head is pounding. It honestly, it feels like there's this little brat inside my head playing Little Drummer Boy, but the speeded up version. And it fucking is annoying me. What? A cycle. So, what? Anyway, we'll talk more about this on another live, but just right now, like I said, my head is pounding, my throat's starting to really hurt again, and I need to be able to rest my throat because I have a long week ahead of me. I have scans I need to go to on Wednesday. I have grocery shopping I need to do on the same day. What else do I need to do? I don't know. I just feel like I don't know what I feel. Everything to me these days is just like trying to stay above a certain level. What I think of Gypsy Rose, I don't know, Mac. I honestly don't have an opinion. But I can never understand why someone thinks that the last resort to something is to kill somebody, or unalive someone. Take your pick of however, kill someone. That's what it's called. You're not unaliving. You are unaliving someone, but kill someone sounds quicker than saying, "Oh, I'm unaliving someone." I think personally, for someone who didn't know how to use or wasn't allowed to be anywhere near a computer or a phone or any, unless her mum was standing right next to her, phone wise, I'm amazed that she was able to book a bus ticket. She was able to post certain things on social media, even though she had never been on those things before, apparently. I just find it a little bit sus. Yes. And what's this? Okay. So even if he didn't die on at that time, he was supposed to be. What's supposed to be would be. Um, 89. I'm pretty sure with his lifestyle, he would not have made. Yeah, I do agree with you 100% on that, Van. I do agree with that. That's why I'm saying when people say, "Oh, but Elvis was seen in the Home Alone movie." Oops, I just highlighted someone's comment I didn't mean to. He was seen in the Home Alone movie. No, he wasn't. It was not him. You know what I mean? I just wish that people would let celebrities, when they pass away, I just really, really, really wish they'll just let them rest in peace. But because Elvis touched so many people's lives, and all the rest, his music, his charity work, and all that sort of stuff, because that touched so many people's lives. There are so many people out there who don't want to believe that Elvis died in 77. There are people out there who don't want to believe the extra A on his gravestone means anything. When I said about how it stands for alive, that might be the case. It might not be. But Elvis's official autopsy results will not be released until 2027. So that is a very, 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 very long time. And it'll be, you got to look at the big picture of it as that if they're doing that, then Elvis would surely have more than enough time to have been passed on. You know what I mean? But Vernon has requested that. And in the meantime, Priscilla will continue sprouting her venom everywhere she goes because she can't do a single interview without mentioning Elvis. Yeah, I don't really want to do both on Wednesday, but I have to because if I don't, then I don't eat. And then hopefully, I can arrange with my older, my younger brother. I'd say he's my older brother because the way he just takes care of me at times, it's amazing. I'm going to try and get him to make me a few serves of my fried rice. So fingers crossed I can arrange him to do that because then that way, because I need to start saving for Melbourne. If you want to help me save quicker, please feel free to donate to my PayPal. If you don't want to, then don't. But if you can help, it would be greatly appreciated. Just being part of my chat, I greatly appreciate you. So don't think I'm demanding anything, begging for anything, because I'm done with all that. But anyway, guys, I'm sorry. I have to go lie down. My head is killing me. You never know. For Alien. Okay. Uh, I'm not sure, but I've been told that even though I'm not, but they say that the best rice for anyone who's on a health kick is basmati. So I'll see and I'll discuss it with Andy, but time will tell. But guys, like I said, my head is feeling as though it is about to roll off and roll down the hill near my house. And that's not a good thing. So until next time, guys, please do your research. Find out what your theories are about the Elvis death. You too, Van, stay safe as well, sweetheart. And thank you to Van and Emu, who I have not seen in my chat together for ages. And those two are very good, dear friends, regardless if we speak every day or once in a blue moon. I appreciate them both. I appreciate Aussie True Crime, TJ, Mac, Andy. Thank you for coming up on panel, both of you. I appreciate that. But like I said, guys, I'm so sorry. I should have just postponed this live, but if I come back, I'll make sure I'm feeling 100%. And Aussie True Crime, thank you so much for that awesome news for June. I really appreciate that. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. I have to go. But like I said, if you want to help me save for Melbourne, please feel free to donate to my PayPal. If you know of anybody who just wants to throw money away and throw it down the drain, hey, feel free. Tell them to send them to my PayPal. But until next time, everybody, take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, and know that I will be back as soon as I can. And by the way, TJ, before you go, honey, please don't forget to drop the link to your chat in here. And whoever else has a channel in here, Aussie True Crime, please drop your links to your channels as well. When I say channels, I mean your Sent one as well as your Aussie True Crime one. All of you take care. And like I said, I'll be back in the near future to do a live, and hopefully by then I will feel better. But like I said, the truth is out there. One way or another, we're going to find out, when Elvis passed away. And who knows, we might actually find out that Elvis didn't die on August 16th, 1977. Or better yet, we're actually going to, because the thing is, there are people, like I said before, there are people out there that say he killed himself. There are people out there that say he had a heart attack. There's people out there that are saying that he had bone cancer. There are people out there that are saying so many different things when it comes to how Elvis died, that when 2027, providing I still have my channel by then, I'm going to actually release it as well when that happens. In the meantime, guys, just take care of the people you love, take care of the friends you love, family you love, whatever. If you can do something to help them, help them. If you could just be a voice on the other end of the phone, be that voice. But until next time, guys, I'm so sorry this wasn't a very long live, even though it went for over an hour. I will do a live when I'm feeling 100%, but not until then. I hope that I can collaborate with a few people this year. I hope that I can have a few more special guests on here. Mind you, every single person that appears on my panel is considered a special guest. But one thing I would like for you to all answer, TJ answered it anyway, by saying it was probably Colonel Tom Parker that took it all. But ask yourself these things. Where would Colonel Tom Parker where would he have been able to hide a plane? Where, with that life insurance that's yet to be claimed, why hasn't it been claimed? If Elvis actually passed away in 77, why hasn't that insurance policy been claimed? Why are there sightings of Elvis everywhere still to this day? Why are they saying that if Elvis could have been anything, he would have been a preacher? And then there's this guy, Bob Joyce, that's going around claiming he's not Elvis, but yet he looks so much like him. One of these days I'll figure out how to share videos and I'll show that sort of stuff on here, but until then I can't. All right, guys, like I said, I'm out of here because my throat is like really, really, really getting annoying and I don't want to cough on panel all day. So until next time, guys, take care of yourself. Look into things that you're not, you're not really, you might, how can I put it? Focus on the things you're concentrating on, but then sometimes just take a sidestep and look at things that you can't explain. Like, how is it you feel this way about a person, like, and you never thought you would? How do you explain that? Like, at the end of the day, you can't. When it comes to that, you can't explain who you care about in this world. You can't pick and choose. Love isn't something you choose to have a feeling for. Love chooses you. And if you get a chance to love someone, even if it's against all odds, love them. Don't disrespect the people who are there for you when you need them the most, even if it's just a text message. Don't turn your back on those people, because one day you might find yourself alone and, you've burnt every bridge. Like, I have this theory, right, where if you care about someone, let them know. If you don't, and you don't let them know, then what the fuck are they in your life for? Don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't love somebody. Because if they're telling that you can't do something and you know that you can, who are they to judge? You can't pick and choose who you love. Love chooses you for a reason. You might most probably be the most oddest couple in the entire fucking universe. Alright? There could be 1,000,000,001 reasons why you shouldn't be with that person, but there could also be that one reason that makes you want to commit to that person, as in, like, whatever, for whatever reason. You want to have them in your life forever. Just remember, a piece of paper and a marriage doesn't mean you have to do that. But just treasure the people that are in your life today. Do whatever you can for them. Help them. Anyway, I'm out of here because I'm dribbling shit again. But just like I said, have faith in yourself and the rest will fall neatly into place. All right, guys, until next time, take care of yourself. Stay healthy. If you're wealthy, stay wealthy, I guess. But more than anything, stay wise. Don't believe in the bullshit. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something, because many, 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 many years ago, I always thought to myself, I would never have a successful YouTube channel. Look at me now, 5 years later, and I have one, and I have over 600 subscribers. So I'm very, 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 very lucky for that. And I thank each and every one of you that tunes in, hit the thumbs up, donate to my PayPal, whatever you do to help me. It does mean a lot. So, like I said, I need to go and fucking find something to drink because my throat is so dry. All right, guys, you all take care of yourself. Take care. Have a good night. Have a good afternoon, morning, wherever you happen to be in your corner of the globe. Just know I appreciate all of you. And until next time, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Bye-bye.